We're going to try this voiceover from a distance thing because my camera's not near me. But I thought I'd run through this video real quick with you. I have sped it up because these take quite a while to do. But I'm making an acrylic pour on a poster that I ended up using in my scavenger hunt as the butterfly. I am currently mixing school glue, about 3 parts glue with 1 part water to start. To that I usually add however much paint looks good and then thin it down and add more water. Sorry about that. I'm using just an old poster. I'd set out a huge time, the week at a glance type thing that is great in theory, but it just doesn't work for me. But you break it down by themes and whatever. Michael Hyatt does it. It's a great thing if you can get it to work, but it doesn't quite work for me. But yeah, here I'm got all my paints broken down and pouring them bit by bit into my cup here. Yeah, it's 3 parts school glue, 1 part water to start, mix the ever-living daylights out of it, break it down into the cups you want, add a little bit of whatever paint or ink, and stir, 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 stir until you like it. Add more water as needed. Mine tend to be somewhat thicker than most, but I don't use, you know, additives like Floetrol or anything yet. Honestly, because I just haven't got any yet. I tend to like to do the edges and corners with a little bit of runoff paint here, because somehow or another I end up with dry spots otherwise, and I hate that. So we're going to flip our cups here. These are called dirty pours because they make a mess, and yeah, the colors all merge and shift together. And I've gone with rainbowy colors because I had a different plan originally for this poster. It was just going to be a background with a different poster set in the center. So yeah, it's just for fun, and it's all like purple and blue and bright pink and bright greens, and it was a mess. It was absolutely fun to do it. I set these out on plastic tote lids there because I can use the leftover paint as oh, I have issues with my little torch there. It was out of fuel, so I just filled it and off we go. I do this just to heat it to bring out any bubbles, any air bubbles. It can help with cell development and that kind of thing. I don't have silicone in this particular pour, but it will help with cell development and whatever. And yeah, using the fire helps the air bubbles come to the top instead of making a mess in the middle of your painting when it dries. But yeah, I'm using the tote lids here, and I always have runoff and stuff, which I try and use either as acrylic skins, or I do this with it, which I love to do. Just tear paper. I'm not sure if I'm using printer paper or watercolor paper here. I can't remember. This was actually a little bit ago. But I tend to do like the marble dip type things in the runoff. That way I'm not wasting it, because I hate to waste paint. And then these you can use to, you know, cut into planets or punch into shapes. If you've got punches, you could do that. I like to turn them into bookmarks or backgrounds for other things. Use them for cards and that kind of stuff. You know, whatever's clever. Try and get as much of my paint there as I can. I always have an issue with not enough drying space, because see in the background there, my second table that's set up, my folding table's still left over from Christmas and other projects. and still currently set up collecting Happy Mail to go out. So, you know, all the projects. But yeah, that's about the size of how I do my pours. I let them set up until they're dry. This one only took a day because it wasn't too thick. Yeah, thanks for watching. Love you, bye.